Elf. You're the first one tonight. Hey, Agatha. Hey, take another. Hey, Vanna. Yep, you are late. It's a whole minute and a half into my live, and you're only just now showing up. 3 other people ahead of you, Vanna. 3. 3 people joined ahead of you, at least for commenting. You're watching Hey Arnold. Cool, cool. Yeah. Hey, home improvement. Yeah, Vanna, I'm totally marking you tardy on the attendance sheet that I definitely keep. You rush. Hey, Zach. Hey, average dude. It is a nice shirt. It's my Dazzler shirt. Thank you. A pink slip. I don't own any tools home improvement. I have one tool. This one. As for Thanksgiving, take another. I already had it. Canadian Thanksgiving was like a month ago. Plus have gun. This is my gun. It is for fun. What about American Thanksgiving? What about it? I don't care. What do I care about American Thanksgiving? Did you know they called guns dicks? My dad taught me that. What do I plan for tonight? Absolutely nothing. As an international couple. Fuck that. Yeah, I got nothing planned for tonight. Maybe I'll just have 12 bug bites. Maybe I'll just doze on stream. That'd be good, right? Just take a nap for an hour. You all can just talk amongst yourselves. I am pretty tired. An attitude like that, 90 Day Fiance won't cover our story. Good. Fuck reality TV. Who's Big Ed? What about sitcoms? What about sitcoms? Sitcoms are generally fine. I have no issue with sitcoms. Certain sitcoms suck. Like, there are specific sitcoms that are just trash. But as a genre, I have nothing against sitcoms. Yeah, like some sitcoms are trash. Like Home Improvement, total trash. You know, fuck Home Improvement. But other sitcoms are fine. I'm joking. Mario Wonder. I mean, I probably should, but. Hey, Maria. Hey, Al. I'm joking. I enjoyed Home Improvement back in the day. Accessory? Nah. Nah, I never wear accessories. Hey, Vamp. Apple bottom jeans? No. Boots with fur? Nope. I have neither. I have just boring jeans. Baggy sweatpants? I don't actually. I don't have any sweatpants. Just jeans. It's a song. Well, I don't know music very well. Flo Rida? Yeah, I've never listened to him. I've never listened to Flo Rida. I've never listened to Florida. Florida. Pretty big song. Where would I have heard it? Like, I don't listen to the radio. I don't watch MTV. I don't go to the club. I don't go to bars. I don't watch anything where it would have played. It's not like I pay attention to the music that plays at the grocery stores. So, yeah, I mean, it's just every time I pop in the chat is so random. So I don't do these things, but it was in a movie. And I barely watch any movies. Like, there's very few movies that I watch. And I feel like the movies I do watch are generally not very likely to use a song like that. Hey, Elmer. Like Across the Spider-Verse. I watched that movie. Nimona. I watched the Nimona movie. That wasn't likely to have Florida in it. I'm guessing the upcoming Miyazaki movie probably doesn't have a Florida song in it. Wasn't the song? Isn't his name Flo Rida with an A? Like it's basically Florida but split into two words. I'm just gonna call him Florida. His name is Flo Rida, but it's Florida, but it's split into two words. So it's Flo Rida is what he wants to be called, but it's funnier to call him Florida. So yeah. Do I ever drink Gatorade? No. No, even as a kid, I don't think I really drank Gatorade. I don't know why really. Like I wasn't into sports, so Propel or Powerade. Nope. I was never into sports, so things with electrolytes, I never really needed them. And Gatorade is actually good for you. Hey, no. Or don't think Gatorade is actually good for you? Probably not. If your lips are glued together, they can't get chat. I don't know that that's true. I'm actually not at all sure if that's true. Take another. Like they probably can still get chapped. I think at that point they probably get super chapped actually, because the glue's gonna dry out. Can you huff Elmer's glue? You can huff anything if you're dedicated enough. I think I'll pass. Take another. Do I eat glue? No. No, I never ate glue. A big glass of water? Yep, it is. Red chapstick has alcohol in it to try your lips out to use more chapstick. I mean, not gonna lie, I wouldn't, I would believe it. I lubricate my lips with Orland's cum. Whatever works. Though again, I would think like cum is kind of salty. So wouldn't that be Vaseline? No, never use Vaseline. So again, wouldn't that just dry it out quicker? Like, I'll admit, I don't know as much about cum as I should as someone who ejaculates it. Yeah, you think, for someone like given how much of it I create, you'd think I'd know more about it. But yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you guys? I mean, isn't that like the one thing that everyone says about it? Two things. Hey, Kelly. Have I taste my own? Probably. Pretty sure I've tried it. Wasn't impressed. No. Teenager got curious. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like putting me right off my peanut butter on toast. When I'm out of salt, I just jack in my steak and let it brine overnight, sear it the next day. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Although, do you really need to? I don't think you really need to. I mean, like, any halfway decent steak is gonna be fine without salt, frankly. A good steak might actually be like a really good steak. A really good cut of steak might actually end up being. No, I am not eating veal hananaki. A1 sauce? I mean, it's fine. A1 sauce is fine. Like steak, like salt, you probably don't really need to salt a steak. Do I like Worcester sauce? I'm not. I honestly have no idea. Like, I genuinely have no idea if I've ever had Worcester sauce or not. Worcester sauce. Like, I could not tell you if I've ever had Worcester sauce. Like cooking my steak in butter, seasoned with some garlic sauce. So, yeah, that's a good way of doing it. Um, and yeah, I mean, just like that being a, I'm sure I have had it. Yeah, I mean, for a steak, like instead of salt, you get like just you make a sauce for it. Yeah, you can use A1 or something like that. You can use one of the pre-made sauces, or you can make a sprinkle a bit of salt and stick in the fridge overnight. Penetrates and draws out some moisture. Steak will sear more even. Okay. I suppose. I suppose that is true. Hottest TV wife. Um, I don't know. Jill was okay. Donna from that '70s show. Did they get married? Did Donna and Eric get married? Marge Simpson. They will. Oh, that's true. Because like, there's that '90s show, right? In that '90s show, I think they've got a kid together. So I suppose there is that. Um, Phoebe got married on Friends. I always had a crush on Phoebe. She was my favorite of the Friends. Don't know what happened to Mila or what I've said her. True. She's yeah. Yeah, Mila Kunis is definitely gorgeous. Yeah, Laura Preppon's really pretty as well. But Peggy, yeah, Regina Phalange. Oh yeah, no. No, I watched the first. I watched like back when Family Guy first aired. I watched it. My brother actually got a DVD set of the first three seasons, and watched it. You know, watched those DVDs a good few times. By the time it came back from cancellation, I just wasn't really watching much of anything. Star Wars Family Guy. Never watched that one. But like every time, ever since then, any time that I tuned back in, like any time that I'd catch any of Family Guy since it came back, I was never terribly impressed. I does Family Guy get away with the racial jokes? Thoughts on Kingpin being the villain for Spider-Man 4? The movie, you mean? Um, is it going to be D'Onofrio? Is it going to be Vincent D'Onofrio in the role? And I'm kind of meh on that. I think I'm kind of meh on that idea. Echo trailer. I haven't actually. Like I know the Echo trailer came out. Like I'm aware that there is a trailer. I haven't watched it because ultimately I'm not. What time is it? It is 3 o'clock home improvement, 3 a.m. Because ultimately I'm just not really all that interested anymore in what happens in the MCU. Because mixture of me being uncomfortable with Disney's power and also just I don't know. Doesn't feel like it should be 4 a.m. No. And beyond that, it's just like another issue I have with the MCU. It's a lot of little things that just added up over time. To just more and more like reduce my enjoyment more and more over time. I have a big thing I think you should know about, and your joy will not be reduced when you check it out. This sounds like you want me to. This sounds like you want to show me your dick. Are you gonna show me your dick? Take another. It's a big one-eyed white snake. I don't want to look at your dick. And it sings? Sure, it does. Here I am again on my own. Hey, anal letter. Yes, I stand with Palestine. Would I participate in an orgy? I don't think so. Hi, Elf. Orgies are amazing. Yeah. I don't care enough about sex to do an orgy. Is sort of what it comes down to. Uh, Sex just isn't a big enough deal for me. Certainly not enough to overcome my discomfort with crowds. Like, man, you want to talk about sensory issues? No, thank you. Sounds kind of sounds like a miserable experience for someone like me, frankly. Two-state solution. Yeah, as long as Israel leaves the Palestinians the fuck alone. You know, as long as Israel stops fucking trying to steal their fucking land, give back the land they've already stolen over the past few decades. That's like 50 years. That's the thing to remember. These Israel just keeps taking more and more and more of the land that the Palestinians have. You know, all the land that all the land that Israel has now, they kicked the Palestinians off the land in the first place, and then they kept taking more, just little bits here and there. So it's not good. I mean, West Bank settlements. You know, Israel keeps building more settlements in the West Bank. Talk about Egypt not taking a single Palestinian. Fucking whatever. Like, Egypt has taken plenty of Palestinian refugees over the years and the decades. But like, the Palestinians should not have to leave their own fucking homes. You know, like it's the Palestinians' fucking land. But the Israeli government, Netanyahu and his government and the military, they just want to fucking push all the Palestinians out of the off that land. They want to claim that land for themselves. They absolutely do. Then like they're committing a genocide. Like it's ethnic cleansing. Israel is just engaging in ethnic cleansing. They want the entirety of that land. They want all of Gaza. They want all of the West Bank. You know, like they're killing men, they're killing women, they're killing kids, they're bombing bakeries. They burned fishing boats that the Palestinians were using to catch fish. The Israelis were like, no, fuck you. You want to eat? Fuck you. You don't get to catch your own food. That's when Bolivia not supporting Israel anymore. Yep. I mean, I genuinely don't know how much Bolivia supported Israel in the past to begin with. I'm inclined to think Israel isn't particularly concerned about Bolivia's support. Um, so it's probably more a symbolic gesture, and I'm also not sure. Again, no idea if Bolivia has any sort of ongoing issue with anti-Semitism or anything like that. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I genuinely don't know. So I don't know if that might be factoring in there. What is Canada's stance? Canada's stance is basically Canada's stance is the same as the U.S.'s stance. Basically, you know, oh, we're deeply concerned about the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, but Israel has a right to defend itself. We'd like to see Israel, try to limit civilian casualties, but they can do what they need to. I think Trudeau did say he wants to see a pause in, not a ceasefire, but a pause in combat. I don't know if this stems from the mess that France and England had in the aftermath of World War One. A lot of it, yeah. I mean, it owes to a lot of things. It owes to a lot of factors. So what it comes down to is the Holocaust left Europe feeling really guilty. It left Europe feeling uncharacteristically generous towards Jewish people. Because let's be honest, Europe does not have a great history when it comes to its treatment of Jewish people. It really doesn't. So World War II and the Holocaust left Europe feeling uncharacteristically sorry for Jewish people. Thoughts on people that deny the Holocaust? They're shitty. It's a shitty, awful thing to do. So Europe and the US, they decided, you know what? We should probably do something for the Jews. Let's give them a land of their own so that they have a place where they can feel secure so that this doesn't happen to them again. And then they're like, yeah, we'll put them back in their ancient homeland. Like their ancient homeland. Never mind the fact that people were already living there. Those people are brown. They don't fucking matter. They don't matter. Brown people don't matter. Brown people have never mattered as far as Western civilizations are concerned. They never mattered in the slightest. So they decided, hey, we'll put them there. And we will just straight up march the people living there right off the land that they own. Like, Palestinians who still had the like they had deeds to the land, and you know, Brits and the Americans and Europeans, all the Western powers just marched in and were like, no, fuck you, get off this land. It's not your land anymore. We're giving it to these people. Carved up the Middle East like it's French England's playground. Yep, yeah, they really did. Yeah, the European powers. Holy shit. Holy shit, did the European powers ever fuck up that entire goddamn region? Drawing lines on the map with absolutely no, without the slightest interest in the people who lived there. You know, if you get people, you know, you can get groups of people who who actively hate each other, and it's like, yeah, you're all one country now. Congratulations. Oh, and this is the group that is currently supporting our interests. So we're going to make sure that this is the group that runs the country. Oh, it doesn't matter that they're a minority; they're the ones in charge now because them in charge benefits us. So we're going to make sure that they're in charge, and if they oppress everyone, and if they treat everyone else like shit, that's fine. You're brown. You're brown. You don't matter to us. Boyfriend's family is from Palestine. His dad's almost 90, and when he was a little boy, he's been invaded, and soldiers told his family they had to leave or basically stay and die. Yep. Yep. I mean, that is exactly what happened. It's like this land that you've lived on for generations, not your land anymore. Yeah, you gotta leave now. Doesn't matter if you've been here for. Doesn't matter if your family's been here for hundreds of years. You have to leave now. Your family's been tilling this same farmland for 200 years. That's cute. Get the fuck out. Like it's. But I think there were a few. I feel like there was a few reasons that the Europeans decided to basically decided to create Israel. Um, First of all, it was a convenient way of getting the Jews out of their own countries. Like, gotta be honest, I imagine that did not. I imagine that was not. Hey, Mary. I imagine that did not. I imagine that did have to factor in because, like I said, Europe, long history of anti-Semitism and ongoing history of anti-Semitism. A lot of European countries still have serious issues with anti-Semitism. So, getting a lot of the Jews out of their own countries, had to have been part of an appeal. Like had to be appealing to them. Putting them where they did in Israel served a couple benefits. During the plague, they blamed the Jews for poisoning wells. Yep. I mean, during basically any negative thing that could, like anything bad that happened in Europe for close to 2000, like for 1500 years. Maybe not 15, but for like 1,000 years, for 1,000 years, if anything went bad, if anything bad happened in Europe, it was the Jews. Blame the Jews. Bad crops? Blame the Jews. Plague? Blame the Jews. Stubbed a toenail? Damn that Jew. Do I have restless leg syndrome? No, I don't have restless leg syndrome. So yeah. Then like by the time World War II, that had not gone away by World War II. It wasn't as virulent as it was in the Middle Ages and Renaissance, and you know, by the 20th century, it wasn't as bad as it historically had been. But there is still a lot of anti-Semitism in Europe. And like I said, I'm pretty sure even by by 1948, even then, even after the Holocaust, I honestly think that part of the reason for supporting the formation of a Jewish state was because those European countries, hey Jen, those European countries were thinking, hey, a lot of Jews are going to leave here. Thanks, take another. But also, like, having Israel where it is, it serves Western interests by, frankly, it gives a lot of the countries in that region an enemy to focus on. That's not Europe and the US and Canada, I suppose, but nobody cares about Canada. Nobody cares. Like, nobody cares enough about Canada to see us as an enemy. Why can't we have peace in the Middle East? Geopolitics. Geopolitics, economics, religious strife, admittedly. Um, yeah. The truth is, it's just, I kind of feel like it's just not, peace in the Middle East is not economically convenient. And yeah, as Take Another said, European powers, not just France and England, but Denmark and a few other countries. But yeah, European powers just drew lines on a map with absolutely no regard for the people who live there and whether those people could actually get along. Yes, Canada is part of NATO. I think there's some controversy with the fact that Canada doesn't pay as much into NATO as we're actually supposed to, which I'll be honest, I'm fine with. but yeah, I figure it'll take another 100. I mean, I figure it'll take at least another century, probably two, for there to be any real level of peace in the Middle East. That said, um, Canada is basically America light. If there's a geopolitical crisis, Canada will be in lockstep with the U.S. for security. For the most part, yeah. For the most part, we didn't take part in Iraq. When the U.S. went to Iraq, we said no, we're not. We're not helping out there. Other than that, yeah, I mean, we are basically just like, yeah, sure, we'll go along with it. And that's regardless of which party is in Parliament at the time. Should America take over Mexico and Canada? No. No, it should absolutely not. Canada should take over the US. You guys need our help. Yeah, I say that, but Canada needs help right now, too, frankly. We got a lot of work to do on ourselves at the moment. Especially here in Ontario. We really got to get rid of Doug Ford here in Ontario. Fuck. Trudeau, honestly, I would be pretty happy, I think, if Trudeau decided to resign. Has the time change? Your last live and it left away in some here? Aw, sorry, Vanna. Yeah, I think for I wish people were more willing to vote for the NDP, frankly. Because conservatives are shitty, and the liberals, quite honestly, the liberals are pretty consistently corrupt. Like, consistently, the liberals have a lot of corruption issues. Didn't get to see 2B2 again. The NDP has its issues, sure, but Yeah, they're better than the Liberals. Damn sight better than the Conservatives. What is NDP? New Democratic Party. Canada has Canada has effectively three national parties and one provincial party. We have the Liberals, the Conservatives, the New Democratic Party, or NDP, and then over in Quebec, there's the Bloc Québécois. And then obviously, there's the Green Party just sort of existing. Occasionally gets a couple seats in Parliament, but would I own a gun? I don't know. Probably not. The Bloc Québécois. They are specifically in Quebec. They'll usually get a fair number of seats in Parliament, though they got absolutely destroyed a few years ago. Back when Jack Layton was the leader of the NDP, they absolutely destroyed the Bloc Québécois. Yeah, I mean them and the Liberals, I guess. Yeah, there's a few years back where the Bloc just absolutely they lost damn near all of their seats in Parliament. I think they've regained a few, I believe. Probably. I'd assume they've gained some. How many seats do they have right now? 32 seats, yeah. So yeah, they currently have 32 seats in the House of Commons. Which is yeah, so yeah, back in 2011. Hey, Alice. Allosaurus. Yeah, so right now they hold 32 seats in Parliament, the House of Commons. Back in 2011, they won 4 seats. They held 4 seats back in 2011. The NDP destroyed them. 2015 they got back to 10. 2019 they got back to 32. Yeah, like 2008 federal election, they won 49 seats in the House of Commons. Not, yeah, pretty good. Out of a total, there's a total of, at that time, there was a total of 308 seats. Back in 2008, there was a total of 308 seats in the House of Commons. And the Bloc held 49. 2011, they were down to 4. Like, God damn, what a shellacking. Just absolute shellacking. So yeah, currently they hold 32, which places them as the third does place them as the third largest party in the House, which sadly the NDP, after Jack Layton's death, the NDP has really floundered. Is in any Arab countries? A few. There's a few, but yeah. Absolutely, anti-Semitism is a huge issue in the Muslim world. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. Yeah, a lot of those countries have huge issues with anti-Semitism, and absolutely, you know, kicked out all the Jews. Forced all the Jews to leave, or else. And it's unfortunate. That's it's really really bad. Do I like ice cream sundaes? Sandies or Sundays? Maybe. Oh, sandwiches. I don't like ice cream sandwiches now. What do you mean met? The hell is met? Anywho, Googling pulls up something about maintenance enforcement program. Mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. Manufacturing extension partnership. Multidisciplinary expert panel. Is that what you're asking about, anal otter? Are you asking about a multidisciplinary expert panel? Because I have no opinion on those. What is my favorite late night meal? Ass. And on that note, I'm going to call it an evening. Gonna end the stream for tonight. Massive erectile problem. That would be appropriate for my stream. What is it? I mean, anal otter isn't saying, so I think it's just going to have to be a mystery now. I think that's just going to have to stay in same as. Oh, MP, Member of Parliament. Because Canada has Parliament. So yeah, we have MPs. Yep, show's over. Hey, Jerry. I'm leaving. Bye, Jerry. You came in right as I'm ending. So, thanks everyone for coming. I don't see anyone support Free Tibet anymore. I mean, I think with that one, I think it's just other causes have taken precedence. You know, people do still support a Free Tibet. It's just there's so much shit in the world to deal with. So, anyway, so thanks for watching. And I'll catch you next time. Good night, everybody.